Hello and welcome to another scene of Gotham by Night. Here we're having a follow up after the very interesting events at the courthouse, where our little bunch got into a bit of a pickle uh, and went back in time and space, apparently. Fought a bunch of zombies, and now they are back at the outside of the courthouse, hearing sirens, and they have to leave fast. So, in order to avoid any of that, they'll pretty much all get inside the very luxurious Rolls Royce that Mr. Tatiana owns and pretty much drive back to her club on the back entrance so they can discuss the things that happened. So arriving at the club and going directly up into the office, and we'll start the scene from there. You can make yourselves at home. I will have to excuse myself for a few minutes, if that's okay with you.
Of course.
Go right
Feel
ahead.
free to treat yourselves from the bar. Actually, the bar at the office has really expensive drinks, really good quality drinks, so at least you can have fun. And she will walk towards the back of the room where there's a door and disappear for a bit. After a couple of minutes, there will be a knock on the office door, and then a woman will arrive and then go into the back room without saying a word.
Well, Andrew is going to sit down and have himself a drink.
And feel free to discuss among yourselves for the time being.
Yeah. Crystal's gonna probably sit down next to you and ask for a drink of whatever you're having.
Well, what does the good doctor prefer to ping as?
Ping.
Because, yes, Andrew, and there's not many ways that the doctor would know much about this, but Andrew is a beast, which means that he has access to kinship. And this distinctly does not work on demons because demons are weird. So,
With an
um,
exception to every rule.
yeah, they break all the rules. So, what does the doctor normally prefer? Because I'm pretty sure what is that thing called again? Uh, if they're hit with some kind of detection, they can spoofing. That's what it's called. I do believe spoofing is reflexive. But
uh, yeah. Uh, Probably just mortal, as weird as it is. It's just as much well aware it's not mortal. But based on what you've seen, that's usually what it'll ping up as.
I'm sorry.
It'll ping up as mortal.
Okay. So the doctor pings as mortal, even though he was obviously hello. I'm just a mouth earlier.
No, it's not an enhanced mortal.
Hmm. And the ST has made a ruling that his other Um, one of his other merits doesn't work against demons either.
Hmm.
It's a he has an epic version of direction sense. Normally, if he has used any of his senses to notice someone or a thing or a place, he knows the direction that person, place, or thing is if he thinks about it.
I've got something like that.
And
It's not something like
even though he has witnessed a particular character before, a bit of a murder, um, the ST, just to keep things interesting, has said that it doesn't work against the demon.
Hmm.
So when Andrew is sitting there having his drinks, all of these things are rolling around in his head, and he's pretty nonchalant about it. Oh, there's no way you're normal. That doesn't make any sense.
Does he say that?
Yes, out loud.
Uh, well, we all have our little differences, don't we?
I knew he was a shifter. I've known Tatiana was not quite normal herself, and call it a talent of mine. But to me, you look human, but that doesn't make any sense.
To quote someone, there's more things in heaven and earth than exist in your philosophy. I don't remember who.
Well, you haven't killed anybody yet, so if you're a demon, you're not the demon I'm looking for.
I very much prefer not to kill anyone. I'm a doctor. It goes against my creed, so to speak.
All right then. Although, in the off chance, you don't know any serial killers, do you?
All kinds of people come at the clinic. I'm sure some of them were. In this city, it's rather unavoidable to meet one every once in a while. No one in particular comes to mind, though.
All right then.
Well, after a few minutes, like 10 minutes or so, Tatiana will come back out, visibly refreshed, wearing her nice robe, because he changed.
Anthony
And,
just looks a bit away.
well, she's not naked.
I know, but still.
Seeing
And,
the interview change makes makes me realize that, oh yeah, I'm still wearing blood from like chin to chest. I'll just like take off his overcoat and just reveal a decently clean white shirt underneath.
and keep in mind, William is also in the room, just sitting on a corner, not talking to anyone. So she will look at William and, you know, kind of give him a reassuring look, and then she'll go towards the new guy because they have not properly introduced. Um, we haven't introduced to each other properly. I'm Mr. Statiana Kravchenko. I am the owner of this club. How may I address you?
Well, I'm Dr. Christian Percy's class, so
So,
any
Doctor
of those.
Class.
That would be
It's
nice.
strange. Strange how he just appeared with us, but I suppose it was a great help in the end.
I I'm not the most useful in those situations usually. I find myself more on the healing, helping front than the fighting.
Well, that's also very important. After all, we wouldn't want to lose any of our allies. They're hard to come by nowadays.
I imagine so, yes. Speaking of names, I don't believe I got the full name of the rest of the group here. Maybe we should take a round of names.
Of course. Forgive me. Uh, the gentleman over there, Mr. Andrew Zilick, Mr. Anthony Valente,
He
and Mr.
nods.
William McGillivray.
What was the last one?
William McGillivray. Don't, that's Bullet being edgy. Out of character.
It's very nice to meet you. Wish it was in better circumstances, but
Indeed. Quite the
Well, if it had been better circumstances, we probably wouldn't have met at all.
no,
He
I
will
heard.
he will abruptly leave the bench he was sitting on, and he will attempt to approach Anthony.
Anthony cocks his head as he's drinking a Cuba Libre, looking at you blankly.
So, is it a normal thing to be? Well, I suppose it would be kind of normal to be shy about the whole shape changing thing.
There are rules to be followed, and he takes another sip.
Makes sense. It's kind of frustrating, I guess.
It sometimes is, but that's how our elders decreed it.
Oh, I just meant that I'm new to all of this. Sometimes I feel like I should know more.
Yes, I am a strigoi, what you folks would call a were-owl. So much I can venture.
Well, the talent of mine definitely gave me that much, but anything else? And well, I have a name, and that's about it.
I must say, it's quite fitting considering your occupation.
Prior occupation, but
No, I was referring to Mr. Valente.
Well,
An ornithologist who is actually a bird.
more than that.
Quite a big bird.
Hmm. An outgrowth of the wild. And this is not meant as a threat, more as a well-meant piece of advice. Mother Earth knows. Mother Earth always watches. We are just her children, and we are possessed by a certain amount of rage due to all the injustice that has been done to her. That's as clear as I can be. Any more, and my elders would have my head.
I can actually feel William would be twitchy upon hearing that,
Yes.
considering the latest, developments.
However, something that confuses me, and by the way, the place we found ourselves, that Red Moon, I don't know how it was for you guys, but it was messing with my head. It was making me feel all the rage, and I was having a hard time keeping a clear head. So I was trying my best to be helpful. So, Mistress, pardon my bad behavior before, but I was still trying to shake off the effects.
It's quite understandable. I did have some effects myself. I did feel a lot stronger, I must say.
Stronger yet more savage.
Yes, indeed. Not something I would like to readily admit, but it's true.
No, and I have to say, this was the first time that I got teleported not only to a different place, but also a different time.
Oh, hi, cat.
I thought somebody was growling. Or I'm like, okay, way to go into character, I guess.
Yes. Whatever you did, Mr. Zalek, good job. You got the magic going again. Although it is very disturbing to see that the Riddler either is a mage or has been able to steal the secrets of a mage. One
Well,
way or the other, that is highly, highly worrying.
we knew he wasn't a simple human when he managed to take Mr. Creed for a ride the other day.
Out of character, I can't
That's
remember if Anthony had been there for the whole thing or if he had.
Yeah, he was there for the whole thing.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
that is a point.
I,
I
I,
imagine it's
mhm.
I imagine it's a bit more difficult to influence. Uh, Kindred is the word. Yes.
Oh, depends. I suppose from kindred to kindred, yes. I'm not very familiar with every type of superhuman entity that exists, but I'm assuming that it isn't as simple or easy as it would be for a normal human.
The way he described it, it sounded more like control. Hmm.
It sounded like possession.
Hmm,
Possession.
who knows?
What do you mean?
Maybe due to the undead state, it might be a little easier than with other beings. Just a theory of mine. I have no proof for that.
I don't think that this is the case, but it certainly wasn't mind control, it was something more. Remember, he came into the aviary and spoke like normal.
Yes, there was nothing unusual about his speech.
Rich is just sitting there, like with his hands folded in his lap, his legs are across, and looking at you guys like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm listening.
First, when you appeared, another was with us. That he disappeared when you appeared, if that makes sense. And I have no
Yes.
idea what happened. I guess we'll have to find out when we find him.
At least I get the sense of where he is again.
Well, or we could just call him.
Well, I can say with absolute certainty that I didn't get possessed by anything. I
Well,
suppose.
yes, he wasn't there with us anymore. And by
Well,
the
I can't speak
way,
for him, obviously.
when she said the calling thing, that's totally an attempt at misdirection because you can totally feel his presence also. But doesn't want you to know, out of character. But I guess if anyone is perceptive, they'll see that she's no longer worried about him. If you noticed that she was worried at first.
Hmm. Come to talk about Creed. I was able to have a bit of a chat with him, at least a bit before he was taken for a ride. It seems that he's interested in acquiring the fear toxin.
Aware, I'm aware. I don't know what
Hmm,
his goals are, but this isn't any of my business anyway. I did
quite
tell him
true.
that I will not assist him in that.
A wise choice.
I don't deal with criminal substances or people, that is.
And
After
at that,
all, I have a
Anthony
business to
gives
run.
her a smile.
Yes, I have a business to run. I can't be associated with that rubble.
Good, very good.
Well,
What sort of business do you run, if I may ask?
It's
I know
a
we're here, but
it's a burlesque club,
oh,
Velvet Rose. If you haven't heard of it,
I don't believe I have.
well,
I don't
you're
have much free
welcome.
time, I'm afraid.
Well, you're welcome to visit us anytime you wish. I'm sure you'll find something to your liking. Try not to breathe in the mic so loud.
That was me laughing and not making noise. Sorry. I
Well,
don't.
don't
I
worry, we already know you're giggly.
she says while doing it herself.
yeah, I might take you up on that.
To be fair, I can't hear my own mic.
Yeah, as to what you said before, Mr. Zillick, I had my suspicions about some of Mistress Tatiana's associates, but as I told her when we first met, I was more than happy not to ask questions if she was willing to do the same. So, there you go. I hope that clears up a few things.
I can't say that I'm very shy about it. It's more the idea that I'm trying to make friends.
Well, at this point, it seems. I mean, it feels like I'm a magnet for everything supernatural, so nothing surprises me anymore.
Plus,
So,
just raises an eyebrow towards it.
Dr.
Just
Class,
yes.
while being on the topic, would you sate my curiosity regarding your nature?
Oh, oh, you went here. I am immortal of sorts.
Hmm. That isn't quite true, though, is it?
Coming from a demon, yes, actually, out of character.
Technically, I am, but my body is human. I am technically human.
No, I mean, as a demon, you could make the statement, I am mortal,
Oh,
and
yeah,
through any means of lie detection, empathy, natural, supernatural, it would ping and ring fall. It would ring true if he decided it was true.
yeah.
Well, I saw you disappear into the shadows, and then I saw a bunch of these things fly about, so let's just say being mortal is one thing, but it's not all there is.
That is where the of sorts come in.
So you don't wish to
Well,
share?
it's hardly that different from what you do, isn't it?
Hmm.
Teeth,
Well, for one, I
just a
am
little
not.
less
For one, I'm not really
famous.
mortal.
Well, you were once.
Yes, I was once. Not anymore.
They stand outside the circle.
Well, there's a mortal soul in there still, so
Well, then I will not push for more information. After all, you have no reason to trust us.
I suppose I'm still in the circle, although I'm not so sure about the Mother Earth bit.
Hmm. Well, she's an aspect of many things. What I meant with that is that you at least are still in the circle of life and death, while Mistress Tatiana here is, I would venture, against her will, had been ripped out of it, and is forced, for good or ill, to watch as the circle turns and turns.
To be honest with you, I don't understand why I'm considered outside.
Because you're neither properly alive nor dead.
Yes, but I still can move, I can still talk, I can still think, I can still love. What makes me so different?
Uh,
I am not a scholar amongst my people.
Coming from
I
my
would have,
angle,
yeah, I would have to ask others. I
coming
simply,
from,
pardon me, go ahead.
as far as I can see it, it'd be her very nature, but putting that into words is difficult.
But we are also part of this world, are we not?
the way I see your kind is that the soul is alive within the body, but the body itself will not be alive without the soul.
My body can be as alive as I want it to be.
Of course,
What
but you're
difference
still
does
in
it
it.
make? I just don't understand why we're considered so lesser.
Not lesser, just
Not
different.
necessarily lesser, but definitely removed.
I would say different.
Well, the rays of the sun, I would venture, are not healthy for you, and your sleep is probably some of the deepest, or at least so other birds say.
Well, I don't see myself as so different or removed.
That might be the reason why I decided to help you, since you are showing more compassion than a lot of your compatriots.
I will not deny that it's hard to stay in touch, but there is a reason why I've surrounded myself with normal people.
With the living. Makes
Yes,
sense.
there are things that keep me grounded, let's say.
Good. And you have a tendency of treating beings that most would consider lesser with a lot of care, with some compassion. And that is something I can respect. And he gives you a genuine smile. He seems to mean it.
She will nod.
So, may I ask why I guess Master William in that case looks so apprehensive at me? After all, I haven't raised a claw against you, nor a talon.
It's nothing personal, Mr. Valente. We will talk about this later.
I simply wanted to state it that I wish neither him nor you, nor anyone sitting here, any harm.
That's good to know. But you won't have to worry. And she will kinda look like give a side eye to William until he nods. He's not talking this session, guys. Sorry.
It's fine. Well, let's just say whatever business you have, wolf business is wolf business, and the owls stick to each other.
Hmm.
And
Understood.
he finishes his Cuba Libre and calmly puts it in front. Is there anything else you will need from me, mistress?
Um. Well, maybe we need to take a look at the aviary real quick, if that's okay with you.
If you wouldn't mind, I would prefer to retire home and rest. This fight has taken a bit out of me. I just need a good day's rest.
Yeah, out of characters, just trying to uh, take you away from the group so he can talk to you privately.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Out of character, as I said, I'm a bit tired. I didn't pick up on that. Sorry. In that case, ignore what he said. He would
Okay.
nod, and they could go to the aviary.
So, excuses for a few minutes, gentlemen. We'll be right back. And you can talk for a bit because I need to go pee, and I'll be back for the aviary.
So, Mister Select, do you need any more healing or doctor's help?
Well, I'm pretty sure you did everything you could.
Well, it's not a one and done thing, luckily.
Hmm. Honestly, I have a feeling I should probably take care of it myself.
To each their own. Just know the option is there.
So, no connection to the Riddler?
I I had no idea who that is until, well, I was put in his trap.
Really? He's
Well, I've
killed a number of people around the city. I would have thought a doctor would have had to deal with that to an extent.
well, when they're dead, they're not really my. They're not really in my ballpark anymore, now are they?
No, I suppose not.
That's one for the mortuary. I've dealt with people talking about the Riddler, of course, but I assumed it was some gang, not a mage, was it?
That's the guess.
Well, it's as good as any, I suppose.
Hmm. Last week, myself and another one of my kind, we were taken suddenly, very much the same way, to a circle with many of the same runes and markings. At the time, I had always wondered what the point of it was.
A trial, I suppose.
It certainly seems that way.
I
Hmm.
do wonder why I would be dragged in. Whether it was on purpose or not, of course, is a different thing.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling that if the Riddler has the ability to do this at range, the better question would have been, why not?
Well, I said I don't know the Riddler personally, and well, I'm not sure if he'd heard of me, but there shouldn't have been any reason to believe I was anything but mortal.
He's been testing everyone, it seems.
It's curious. I suppose we'll find out in time. Maybe we won't.
Um, I can do the thing if you are. Uh,
If you want to skip to you guys, I'm alright with it.
All right.
Yes, please.
okay, let's skip to the aviary then. And Tatiana will will have the raven land on her shoulder and pet it while she talks. I'm a bit concerned, Mr. Valente, about your comments earlier. I'm not happy at all. Would you like to explain to me how you came to this assumption regarding William?
Mm, the way he looks at you, the scent I would smell after he was around you for a certain amount of time, the expressions I'd seen, an assumption, but based on observations.
Do you think it would be appropriate for this to be mentioned publicly as you did?
Not at all.
We're already in enough risk as it is. More so now, and this is why he's been a bit standoffish, if you will. I don't
That
know
would
the details, but I know that it has become known in certain circles.
oh, hmm. Yes, that would explain why he would be agitated.
And don't forget that he's also a lot more affected by the moon.
Yes, different shifters are affected by different spirits. That is true.
In any case, I would appreciate it very much that you not mention anything of the sort ever again.
I shall try my best. As I mentioned, I had been under effect of something I had only heard tale of as a small chick. I never expected that I ever would have seen a blood moon like that.
And this is precisely why I'm overlooking it this time. But I don't expect this blood moon thing to occur very often. I sure hope not.
As far as I know, it hasn't happened in my lifetime.
In any case, if you need a ride home, you may use my drivers. I won't keep you any longer. You clearly need rest.
Out of character, yes, he looks quite tired. Thank you, mistress. Very much appreciated.
You have a good night, and we'll see each other when your next appointment is.
Yeah, he pulls out a diary, has a quick look. Ah, already in 2 nights' time. And thank you for the drink. That was just what the doctor ordered. No pun intended. And he smiles.
You're welcome, and have a good night. And so you put the bird back in the perch and get back upstairs.
Sorry about that. Yeah, he goes to one of the workers, has a quick chat. Somebody follows him outside, and somebody will drive him home.
So, what are the dudes upstairs doing?
We're making out. Just all over each other. On the floor.
Shamelessly on the carpet.
Never seen each other before tonight. Damn straight if we don't cover it quick.
To be fair, I hope none of you have blacklight vision because that couch has seen some action.
Who said we were on the couch?
No, but you were
Who needs
sitting on it
furniture
before.
in the throes of passion?
Oh boy. Well, Andrew is probably going to have. Yeah, he'll probably have one more drink before saying his goodbyes.
I will have Mr. Sherman drive you to your car. And how about you, Doctor? Where would you like to be let off?
Well, I left mine at the clinic.
Well, it's close enough to the area, so.
Yes. If I could be let off there, then.
And she will go to the desk and pick up the phone that's connected to the intercom and pretty much ask for you to be driven to wherever you need to be. Cause it's nice like that.
E. Well, if you genuinely would have just walked, but
I
you
mean,
don't know that.
I mean, it wouldn't be polite to just leave
Yeah.
you hanging. Let's be real here. And well, it was nice meeting you, Dr. Class. I'll be happy to see you around here when you have some time.
Well,
And she will extend her hand.
he'll take it. Do a little like head bow over it. Not for any other reason other than just being.
What the hell
Wow.
is that?
Sorry.
I guess I won't do that then.
Who scared your girl?
She's playing she's either playing Fallout 4 or she's watching a Dead Space playthrough. One or the other.
I'll go for the dead space.
Sounds like it's there.
Based on the reaction. Anyway, let's get back in character. And Mr. Zilic, I assume you received my text?
Yes. The two of us together should be fine.
Well, let me know date and time, and I'll see to it. You have a nice evening now, and get some rest. I believe we all need it tonight.
I hope you do the same.
Christian starts looking through his pockets for like anything, and then finally one of his, I think it's back pocket probably. He pulls out two business cards, hands them out. It's literally
Oh.
just his name and his phone number on it. That just says doctor.
Thank you,
It's a
Doctor.
white card with black.
And she will produce one from her desk as well, since we're being so proper, and give it to the doctor.
He'll take it and shove it into a pocket that isn't filled with his own cards.
Oh yeah, shove it in there. I'm sorry.
Shove it in those skinny jeans.
Anyway, um, what do you guys can talk in the car, and then I can close it if you want.
Not really. I'm kind of passing out, honestly.
Yeah,
Okay.
just end the scene there and say we'll get home safe.
Okay. So, thank you, players, for playing and watchers for watching. This has been another scene forgotten by night. See you again next time.